Refill my drink!
Hey everyone! Welcome to Let's Play Through Deus Ex with me, your host Tim. And sure enough, over the next few weeks, we will be playing through this incredible story-driven FPS game. So, some prep as always. First off, there'll be a link here to skip the prep. There'll be another link here to skip the training mission, because I intend to do it. And now we'll go ahead and do a little bit of prep. First off, if you don't know what Deus Ex is, I find it hard to believe. But just in case you don't know, Deus Ex was one of the first-person shooter games that involved a skill system and different types of biomods, or we'll say activated in-game abilities or passives, that would give you some customization to your character. The game was voiced. It featured different conversation options that you could make, which would alter the game somewhat. It also featured different ways to solve puzzles. For example, if there was an object in the room surrounded by guards, you could either blast into the room and kill everyone, you could sneak into the room and steal it, maybe you could convince someone to give it to you, or maybe you might be able to steal it from popping out underneath the thing and so on. It was pretty well done. It has been years since I last played Deus Ex, and it has been even longer since I beat the game. I have beaten the game once. It was a long time ago, and I am not familiar with the ending sections of the game, having only done that part once. Finally, before we start, you should know how I play these types of games. Number one, I walk everywhere. I really like walking. Lots of theme. Number two, I will talk in this game. I wrestled with the decision, and in the end, the game is voiced, and there's a lot of texts to read. Newspapers, terminals, emails, a lot of which apply to today's political world. And I think that we would probably enjoy reading them. So I will do so. This also means I will be doing some talking as we're walking around, maybe a little more than I usually do. You should also be aware that I have installed, I believe, a high-definition texture pack for this game, and I've also installed the Shifter mod. Shifter mod changes the games in quite a few ways, so we will go over the differences that the Shifter mod has introduced as we need to, which is to say I could talk for like 20 minutes about what the patch notes said, but I think it would be better to cover each difference as we encounter it in the game. Alright, I think that's all the prep that we need to cover. Let's go ahead and get the music back up, and then we'll start the training mission. I'm also going to go check to see how my voice came out, so I'll be right back. Hello everyone. Welcome to the training mission if you skipped the prep. I'm totally doing the training mission. There is still a link on the screen, which I'll fade in about another few seconds, in order for you to skip the training mission if you already know what this is. I need to do the training mission, because it's been many years since I last played. With that said, we're going to cover a little bit that we see on screen here, and then we'll begin walking around. This game is simply gorgeous. Okay, so here we go. First off, upper left-hand corner. That ragdoll, that indicates how much life I have to all my different limbs. The game features a hit point, kind of a hit point allocation, similar to the Wild from Warrior of Wrath 3 back in the Commodore 64 days. We have hit points on our arms, head, chest, and legs. The other meter you see, it has a BE next to it. That's our bioelectrical energy. When that reaches 0, we can't use any of our biomods anymore. We've also got a compass to help us orient ourselves in the world. Upper right-hand side, any of the biomods we have access to will be listed over there. We currently only have access to our translucent light. It comes out of our eyes, I think. Lower right-hand corner are any of the hotkeys I've set up for my items that we'll get during the game. We currently only have access to the keyring at the moment. Alright, well, that covers the inventory. Let's go ahead and start.
I figured you'd be sick of drills by now. Hopefully our training exercises will be more interesting than what they've had you doing at the academy.
That is being transmitted to us through a neural implant in our head. We can hear them talking. No one else can, however.
Open the door by clicking the right mouse button. The right button uses items in the world.
I will always try to shut doors behind me. I don't think it actually matters.
The key on the desk opens encryption-based nanotech locks. When you pick it up, it will automatically be added to your keyring. Use the keyring to unlock the door and proceed to the next area.
You can turn on and off lights as well. That's a very nice looking glow. The game has several items hidden all throughout it, like secret areas for you to find and so on. So always keep your eyes open. I think that is a map of the area we'll be doing as well. I think. Notice that this door is locked. See those 2 meters? One is lock hit points, the other is door hit points. In this case, the lock cannot be picked, and the door cannot be bashed down. The only way to open it will be with the key we picked up. All keys are stored in our keyring throughout the entirety of the game, in one handy inventory slot. We will never ever need to worry about key management.
You're going to get a lot of equipment during these exercises. Press F1 at any time to access the inventory screen, which will let you add and remove items from the tool belt. Press F2 to view your current goals and any notes you may decide to take. On a typical mission, a UNATCO agent's objectives are logged electronically so that he can stay on task at all times.
Let's go over those things really quick. Here's our inventory. There is no weight in this game for inventory, but things take up space. Different weapons take up different sizes of space. You'll need to manage the space with your equipment. For example, a rocket launcher might consume a 2x4 hex grid, as would maybe, well, and a sword might consume a 1x3 hex grid, for example. This is our health. We can manage our health statistics by healing certain parts of our body by using medkits, which we'll find later on in the game. Any current augmentations we have access to will be listed here. We currently have access to our IFF, Identification Friend or Foe. In this case, this will automatically highlight enemies for us as red and friendlies as green. I think neutrals might be blue or yellow. Don't quote me on that. This is our light. Bioluminescent cells within the retina provide coherent illumination of the agent's field of view. Upgrades increase the intensity of light emitted, improving the maximum effective distance. Oh, that's interesting. You can upgrade this. I never realized that was the case. Infolink. One-way microtransceiver array allows agents in the field to receive messages from Control and to store and later retrieve relevant maps, conversations, and notes. UNATCO Ops File Note. GRI-33 Violet. This is the top of the line all the way, so don't expect any upgrades. Jamie Ray's. End of note. No upgrades, and we can't upgrade it at all. It requires no energy to use it. We currently don't have any goals. We have a few conversations that we can go ahead and do here. I think we can play them back as well if you so wish. We have no maps here, and we have no logs. You are able to make your own notes if you want to. In the past, I used to use that menu as a diary or journal for our character.
Now pick up a weapon and try to break open those crates. One of them's indestructible, but the others contain things you might find useful.
Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is move those around a little bit. Even from way back when, I have muscle memory of where my weapons and upgrades and items used to be. We cannot even lift the metal crate, but we can lift these boxes. Our movement will be slowed while carrying it.
Now pick up the lockpick and use it to open the door. Lockpicking takes time and expends the self-assembling resources of modern lockpicks. Just be patient and remember your training. At higher skill levels, you won't need as much time or lockpick resources to pick a lock.
Lockpicks in this game are one-time use items. Once you start using a lockpick, a timer will begin counting down and you will begin working on the lock. You know, there's no minigame or anything of the sort. You just have to make sure your cursor is over the item you're lockpicking. If you ever get too far away from it or turn your field of view, you will stop lockpicking the lock. Notice that this item here took us 3 bashes to open with the knife. Let's see if the crowbar's any better at this. Let's go over this really quick as well. You can see that all of the weapon's stats are here. In this case, the crowbar weighs 15 pounds. That won't matter for us, or at least I don't think it does. Has a base accuracy of 75%. That's interesting to note. We could miss an enemy with it, or they could dodge it. It also does 12 points of damage. The knife only does 5 damage, but has 100% base accuracy. It weighs 10 pounds. A crowbar. Hit someone or something with it. Repeat. An ultra-high carbon stainless steel knife with ease. Disposable lockpick. The tension wrench is steel, but appropriate needles are formed from fast congealing polymers. UNACO Ops File Note AJ006 Black. Here's what they don't tell you. Despite the product literature, you can use a standard lockpick to bypass all but the most high-class nanolocks. Alex Jacobson. End note. It has 2 uses because we've picked up 2 of them. Now, like Thief, by the way, this game's going to feature a stealth section. Unlike Thief, we have no idea how well we're doing in hiding in shadows.
Doors have 2 strength values. The door strength tells you how much damage the door takes before being destroyed. The lock strength tells you how many lockpicks will be required to pick the lock. Some doors have an infinite strength and an infinite lock strength. That means you have to find a key.
Notice I looked away. The door is still locked and still requires 1 pick, even though I've used up 1 pick by even looking away there. Once unlocked, a door remains unlocked with lockpicking, unless you find a key to lock it again later, I believe.
The code to the door has been stored in that data cube. Right-click on the data cube to read the contents, then type the code into the keypad. You activate the keypad with the right mouse button, just like you activate a data cube or any object in the world.
Oh, I recognize this. Dual carry handle offers scope mounting functionality. The ZHL-U1953, pioneered by the Northern Ireland developer Alvin Dewart, is a unique weapon system created for ultimate combat mobility with its ultra-compact bullet design. This is a awesome assault rifle. I'll make this one easy for you. To open the door, use the code 0012. Got it? Jamie. This must be separated by time zones. Maybe? It looks like that to me. Man, I guess in the future we haven't moved yet over everyone using Zulu time or Greenwich Mean Time. Hopefully daylight saving time is at least over. We could use tools to bypass this if we had any nano tools, but we don't possess any. Nano tools are different than a lockpick. I think we might get some later on. So you can either type it in by using your mouse, or you could use your number pad to do so.
Use the disposable multi-tools on the table to hack the keypad up ahead. A multi-tool's resources are finite. When a tool is depleted, it becomes useless. The manual describes other uses for the multi-tool. At higher skill levels, you'll need less time and multi-tool resources to hack a given device.
Actually, let's continue reading about all this stuff. A disposable electronics tool, by using electromagnetic resonance detection and frequency modulation to dynamically alter the flow of current through a circuit, skilled agents can use the multi-tool to manipulate code locks, cameras, autogun turrets, alarms, or other security systems. A multi-tool is not really a tool at all, not in the sense of the word, but a disposable electronic device that utilizes electromagnetic resonance detection and frequency modulation to dynamic alter. Oh. We've already read this. Note that multi-tools cannot be used for computer information extraction. See Section 6, Hacking. Yeah, you can't use a multi-tool to access a computer, but you can use it to bypass security measures. Almost done, but one quick note. I'm not exactly the expert of this sort of thing. For that, you'll have to check with Sam Carter when you get to Liberty Island. But remember that there's any number of ways to open a door, including using explosives or finding a security computer. Correct, you can pick the lock, bash it open if your strength is high enough. We'll get to that sort of thing later in the game. Well, that was weird. You can, or find if it has a passcode, you might be able to bypass the door by bypassing the passcode, either by knowing the code, entering it, or using the multi-tool, or any other number of ways. Just like a lockpick, if I was to look away, we would have wasted that tool. Even if the security keypad required 2% to bypass it, an entire tool must be used. We'll cover skills later in the game.
I'm here to pick up all munitions and equipment. Thanks for the cooperation, Agent.
You're welcome, sir. Medical.
Lying in front of you is a brave cadet who volunteered to be rendered unconscious for this next training exercise. Highlight and search him to find the key to the medical room. Afterward, pick up his body and place it on the medical table so that one of my aides can revive him once the exercise is over.
Knocked out enemies, I do not believe, get back up again. Your movement is slowed while carrying someone as well. Guards will react to bodies left on the ground.
Good work. I'll get someone down there immediately to revive Private Winslow. Move on to the next area. You can bet this won't be the last time we send you into a dark room. Turn on your light augmentation and find the exit on the other side. Just press F12 by default.
I'm going to have to spend some time after this is over to redo my hotkeys so that this is easier to access.
You're not a mech, but you're enough of a machine to need repair bots now and then. If you used up some bioelectric energy getting through the dark area, for example, this contraption can charge you back up.
Once used, your energy will be recharged, yeah, here we go, 75 points. It then goes on a 1-minute cooldown, and you can use it again. I do not believe you can ever increase your bioelectrical energy beyond 100 points.
Congratulations, you completed Phase 1. Move over the ramp into the next rooms to begin learning movement skills. We'll be watching you through the cameras, like the one you can see up in the corner. In the field, remember that terrorists sometimes use cameras like this in their security grids to set off alarms and alert guards to your location.
There's a camera. Hostile cameras will turn red and make a beeping noise, like beep, 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 when they begin to see you. You'll have only a few seconds to hide from them before they go off. Similar to System Shock 2.
Jump across the platforms. You'll have to crouch to get under those pipes. If you fall, use the stairs to begin again. You need to go through the door up ahead, but it's blocked. Those wooden crates are too big to jump and too heavy to lift, so use the metal crates near the wall to build steps. To pick up a crate, walk up to it so that it highlights, then click the right mouse button. To drop something you're holding, you can press the tab key by default.
Be careful. If you throw an explosive barrel, it will likely blow up, and you'll be too close to it to survive the impact.
Now, go up the ladder at the other end of the room. By default, you look up and use the arrow keys to climb.
I've always loved training rooms. Half-Life was the first one that introduced the idea, as far as I'm aware. They let you do the tutorial, yet remain in theme.
We get some complaints about this swimming obstacle because the water's contaminated. Recruits forget to grab the hazmat suit and end up in my office. Not pretty. Or they forget that they have to put the suit on by selecting it and pressing the left mouse button. Remember that the hazmat is disposable. You can wear it only once, and it operates only for a fixed duration. Use the ramp on the other side of the pool to climb out.
So, this is a change I believe the Shifter mod has introduced. Hazmat suits or other consumable items in the original game used to be consumed, you used to use them, then a timer would appear, or a health bar, that would decrease. Once it decreased completely, the item was used up. The same thing happens here. However, you can unequip the item, I believe. I don't know how it will work. This is my first time playing this, so let's give it a shot. The life meter of the hazmat suit is in the upper right-hand corner there. You can see that it's got quite a bit left to it. There, and now we we have deactivated it as well.
These medical bots, normally used for quick healing, are of particular interest to you, JC, because you need a bot's help to install new augmentations. If you took any damage during the swim, now's a good time to get patched up.
The medbot will heal up to 300 units, which are distributed evenly among the damaged body regions. There we go, heal 108 points. You can of course select like heal this point, heal that point. I think you can. Oh, actually, no, you can't. Never mind. The medbot just can be used to heal all. In this case, it managed to heal all of us. Every bit of us.
Hand in your equipment. That's right. No cheating.
Oh, new area. Had hiccups.
Welcome to the combat training area. I am Günther Hermann, and I will be monitoring your progress here. We will start with weapon familiarization. Your first exercise will be to learn a little about aiming and targeting. Step up to the shooting range to the west. The targets are released by using the buttons on the counter. Release the first target and take a few shots with one of the pistols until it is destroyed. Notice the targeting reticle appears when you aim at a target.
Originally, in the non-Sugarmon game... Oh god! I believe that you were limited to only picking up one pistol. Now we can pick up multiples of them. And I don't know if they stack or not. I guess they do not. Let's see. Can I pick up this pistol? Oh, we have another one. Perfect. Okay. This was the first game I had played that introduced this concept. As you walk around, you have your targeting reticule. The T's indicate the spread. We will shoot at any spot within them. As you hold still, it narrows until you are guaranteed, well, or almost guaranteed in this case, to shoot what you're aiming at.
Good. If you hold your aim for a few seconds before firing, you will notice the reticle starts out wide and tightens as you hold. The longer you aim as a target without moving, the greater your accuracy will become. Release the second target and aim before shooting this time.
Well, I did before the first one. That didn't work out so well. Oh. Let's read these things really quick. A standard hazardous materials suit that protects against a full range of environmental hazards, including radiation, fire, biochemical toxins, electricity, and electromagnetic pulse. Hazmat suits contain an integrated bacterial oxygen scrubber that degrades over time and thus should not be reused. Guns in the shifter mod have an alternate fire method or let you shoot down the iron sights by using an alternate fire key. I do not know what is hotkeyed at the moment. I will check later. They have a base accuracy. You can miss what you're shooting even if the reticule is close. You can see the accuracy range and the max range as well. Requires weapons pistol skill. We'll go over that a little later. And you can see how many rounds it fires and its base damage here. With a combination of high stopping power and low recoil, pistols chambered for the 10mm round have become the sidearms of choice for paramilitary forces around the world. This button here, by the way, lets you see all the ammo that you have available. And this one shows you any of the nano keys that you have available. The medical room and trainer door. Taking out the weapon, even if you had the reticules locked on something, like putting away, taking it back out, you immediately lose your aim. For example, now we have to refocus again to hit this target.
Good work. Now proceed to the next area.
The damage you do, I think, the amount of time it takes to reload a weapon, or the amount of distance you can fire, I believe maybe not the distance, but the damage and reload speed, and your accuracy
I'm here to pick up all munitions and equipment. Thanks for the cooperation, Agent.
can be increased with a higher skill level with the weapon.
This is a rifle range. Here, you will learn one of the ways skill level makes a difference in your accuracy.
Oh, perfect.
Step up to the shooting range. The targets are released using the buttons on the counter. Release the first target and destroy it with the rifle. Use the rifle scope by pressing the left bracket key to turn the scope on.
You can see that the sniper rifle inflicts a significant amount of damage, 25 to 10, I think. Was it 14? 14 of the pistol. We can fire 0.1 round a second, so it is slower, and it's a 2-second reload time. Slightly more accuracy, and it has quite a bit more range. The military sniper rifle is the superior tool for the interdiction of long-range threats. When coupled with the proven 30.06 round, I think that's 30-06, a marksman can achieve tight groupings at better than 1 MOA minute of angle, depending on environmental conditions. Its high velocity and accuracy have made sniper rifles using 30-06 round the preferred tool of individuals requiring one shot, one kill for over 50 years. I have never fired a gun in real life, nor am I familiar with ammo or anything of the sort. So I apologize if I sound like I don't want to talk. If I ever make a statement about weapons, because I don't know anything about them. Other than you point at a thing and you can fire at it. Now, let's show you the sniper scope as well. Oh, notice as well that this is the range, this is the max we get for our accuracy. We can zoom in using the sniper scope, in which case we have pinpoint precision, however. Notice that it's moving around. I am not doing that. The game is doing that. This is because my skill level with rifles is probably non-existent.
Excellent. Now we are going to raise your skill with rifles to master level. Release the second target and destroy it.
Because Gunther's doing this, we will notice a significant increase in our accuracy. And we'll have, I think our aim will be rock steady when using the scope. Notice it doesn't shift at all now.
Good work. As you can see, higher skills give you better range, accuracy, and effectiveness. Proceed to the next area when you are ready.
Hand in your equipment. That's right. No cheating.
And you can cheat anyway, by throwing the weapon and then picking it up again if you so wish.
This is the demolitions training area. First you will learn to use the lamp as a proximity mine. Approach the bay window and you will see a lamp placed on the target board on the black and red wall.
Oh, okay. This is awkward.
Press the first button next to the window and a security bot will be released. Watch as he nears the lamp. Lamps placed on the walls are proximity triggered.
Got it? So if placed on a wall, this will stay there and blow up when something enters its range.
This time you will place your own lamp. Take a lamp from the munitions bay and proceed to the red and black wall below.
Alright, let's place our lamp. Be very careful doing this. You must be right up against the wall to place it. Otherwise you'll throw it at the wall.
Get as close to the wall as possible when you place the lamp. If you aren't close enough, the lamp will fall to the ground and detonate.
You have a few seconds before it detonates, but you'll still probably won't get away in time. they will totally blow up if you're in their area. You've only got a few seconds to get away from them, so be careful.
Very good, Agent Denton. You may proceed to the next area for more demolitions training.
Oh, it's this door. I think we'll let this guard take the sniper rifle. We're not supposed to have it with us anyway at this point.
You'll need a few extra lamps for the demolitions area. Here, catch.
Oh, thank you. You can kill the guard. Yep, with your sniper rifle. We're not going to do that, though.
Next, you will need to breach the doors in the hallway. Throw a lamp down to the end of the hall. Once it blows, proceed down the corridor. Notice how the wooden door was destroyed and the metal and barred doors remained. Remember this for future reference. Beyond the destroyed door, you can see a damaged piece of wall you can also breach with a lamp. Try that now.
Be very careful with steaming areas. They are still hot, and you will take damage from the steam.
Excellent. Notice that the wall is opened. Look for other weakened walls, such as this, and your lamp and other explosives will allow you to breach them. Continue through that breach and on to the next section.
Let's read about that lamb. What is this thing? It does 50 damage. Nice. Requires demolition skill to improve it. A multifunctional explosive with an electronic priming system that can either be thrown or attached to any surface with its polyadhesive backing and used as a proximity mine. UNACO's ops file note SC093 Blue. Disarming a proximity device should only be attempted with the proper demolitions training. Trust me on this. Sam Carter.
Got to start the next section without arms or tools. Rules are rules.
The area beyond the door is the grenade defusing facility. Here you will learn how to remove planted explosive devices.
This is very tricky. I will be surprised if I do not get harmed at least once doing this.
At each of the corners of this area, you will find a lamp planted on the wall. You must disarm and remove all 4 lamps before you can proceed to the next section of training. You will need to move up to the lamp quickly and defuse it by right-clicking. A second right-click will remove the lamp from the wall.
Although he mentions quickly, I've always found that being steady, patient, confident is better. Don't run up to it. Walk, and make sure it's within your target reticule the entire time. This is also easy. They're straight ahead of us. That one was slightly down at an angle. This one will be tricky to do. Let's make sure we have a good angle at it. Here we go. You can blow up a lamp by throwing another lamp at it. However, Gunther wants us to actually pick this up. You can also shoot them to blow them up if you can actually see it.
A word of warning, Agent Denton. This was a simulated experience. Real lamps will not be so forgiving. You may proceed to the next area.
They blow up very quickly. I'm actually surprised that we didn't take any damage. We got to them all as fast as we did. Oh, this game's awesome. I'm so glad to be playing it again. Just in case you lost your legs or arms, there's a health bot here.
Got to start the next section without arms or tools. Rules are rules.
Fair enough, friend. Oh, wait. Is that right? I thought the exit was on the other side. I'll have to check the recording.
learn to move quietly and conceal yourself so that you will be able to avoid a confrontation altogether. The test is simple. Get to the far north door without being spotted by the guards below. If one of them sees you, he will sound an alarm and lock the door.
Tech goggles. These are really neat. They allow you to see through darkness with infrared vision. It appears green to your vision, but you can see in total darkness. Tech goggles are used by many special op forces throughout the world under a number of different brand names, but they all provide some form of portable light amplification in a disposable package. UNACO Stealth Guidelines Overview. Stealth is a vital component of all UNACO operations when implemented correctly. Stealth missions result in the lowest possible ratio of agent and civilian casualties to hostile losses. Situational awareness is key. Agents should not only be familiar with the tactical opportunities offered by their immediate environment, but how those opportunities can be exploited to their advantage with the appropriate equipment. Tech goggles allow agents to operate in low-light environments such as offices or labs, where illumination might otherwise attract attention. With binoculars, an agent can survey an opponent's disposition and determine the best way to evade or eliminate their defenses. A rifle or crossbow equipped with a scope and silencing modifications can be used to interdict targets from a considerable distance, significantly compromising hostile resistance. Other features of the environment can also be used by an agent to enhance their ability to operate covertly or to create useful distractions. Disabling security cameras, subverting autoguns, or reprogramming bots are all viable tactics employed by experienced agents in the field. You can lean around corners as well. This game does support that. However, you are not invisible. Enemies can see you peeking around a corner, so be careful. We're probably going to get caught.
Remember, don't let the guards see you. Use the crates for cover and crouch when you move.
Listening to where they are is paramount to avoiding them.
Up and throw an object near them, and they will go investigate the noise. Bottles, plants, flasks, many things will work.
This is a stealth suit. It lets us be completely invisible.
Always remember the 4 basic tactics to avoid detection. Crouch behind concealment. Stay behind enemies. Move slowly to avoid making noise. And use shadows to conceal yourself. Be alert to every possibility.
That was a lucky find. You the Chitterbot added that?
Very good. I hope you remember this lesson, Agent. They have assigned us to be partners, and I will not stop to hold your hand and repeat myself when we are facing a real enemy.
Yes, ma'am.
Now for the last test. You have to find a way across the river to the exit on the other side. There's more than one way to get there, depending on your approach and the skills you want to use. It's up to you. Make use of the IFF system to identify enemies. The crosshairs will highlight red over enemies, green over allies, and white over neutrals.
I believe the game is paused while you're doing inventory things. Hey JC, wanna cross the water? Lower the bridge. Code is 0089. It's either that or get all wet. Jamie. I heard the thing stop moving, so we're gonna hope it does a patrol. And then make our move. The security bots are very dangerous. Okay, we'll have to wait for it to make another pass, and then we'll go to the bridge and try to drop it quickly. It's gonna create a lot of noise. What do you guys think so far? Pretty good, huh? We like the training stuff. Yeah, and we're gonna have to spend some time after this. We won't be able to go right to the next game. Of course, for you guys, it'll be as if we're instantly starting. I need to spend some time adjusting my hotkeys. We're gonna wait for it to go one more time, and then we'll try crossing. Don't want to get seen by it. It will hurt a lot. We'll probably end up being defeated. I think if you get defeated, I think the training mission just ends. Like, wow, you lost. You get to do it again all over again. I think that's the way it works. Oh, looks like the bot actually stopped over there. I'm still not going to take the risk. There's a camera here too. You cannot shoot down cameras with the pistol. It will require something a lot stronger to do that. Okay. Here it comes. Just like in most games, you'll have a greater distance for your vision than the enemies will. At least I believe so, depending upon the difficulty level that you're playing at. We will be playing this game probably on normal. The game also has hard and realistic. Realistic tends to be killed instantly, if I recall correctly, because, well, the enemy can headshot you, and one hit to your head, and you are dead. We made it.
Step up to each hologram for more info. When you're through, go out the opposite door. A deployment of UNATCO troopers is the central component of all UN peacekeeping occupations. The NSF, the biggest terrorist threat in the U.S., this national militia group thinks it is fighting the Second American Revolution. An inexpensive security bot, a favorite of third world countries and corporate security divisions. Not so mobile, but don't be fooled. We've lost plenty of agents to its well-armored assault gun. Like other bots, it's difficult to damage with ordinary bullets.
Crossbow bolts, pistol shots, assault rifles, they won't do very much damage to them. I don't even think the sniper rifle can do that much to it.
This Page Industries walking turret, marketed to governments worldwide, is the workhorse of most national military forces. Due to the heavy armor, they take little damage from ordinary bullets. If you come up against a bot, you should use an EMP grenade, scrambler grenade, or some kind of explosive.
Scrambler grenades will make the bot on your team for a little bit, EMP grenades will just disable it.
The Coalition's new nano-augmented agents are nearly indistinguishable from the general population, except that you and your brother don't know how to smile, even for a picture. This is the old augmentation technology, hopefully about to be phased out. Notice the reliance on electronics and servo-mechanics, a maintenance nightmare. If I had 2 credits for every repair manual they made me file in my office in the med lab...
Now, there's something hidden here in this room. I remember this. Do you see it? Notice the walls. This brick is uncannily out compared to the others.
Step over to the communicator. There's someone who wants to talk to you. Manderley likes to hear which agents find this area. They're usually the ones who take terrorists by surprise in the field. Your brother Paul, for instance. All right, carry on. Don't let it go to your head.
I was so impressed when I first found this. I'll never forget it, because I believe I missed it several times. Okay, everyone, there's a tiny bit left to this. As a heads up, the game's going to go right back to the main menu when we're done here. So I will stop the recording at the end of this next quick room, and then I'll see you guys in the actual game. When it comes to creating a character, I will not cover it. I'm just going to make a bunch of choices and I'll play the game that way. I am intending to play the game as a stealthy character, like I often do. It's been years, and I really like the character I had made way back then. I intend to play the same type of character this time around as well. Alright, let's get going.
Sufficiently impressive. An early success for the whole organization.
Thanks. You from the United Nations?
Your augmentations are a go. The real test comes next. Active duty.
I'm ready, sir.
Yes. Yes, you are.